Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Brentford match preview, playing away. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously we're just coming back off that Norwich result, which is, it was a good result, but the way we got the result was not so much as good. But smash like on the video, subscribe if you're new, we'll get into all of that. But Claire, how are you feeling, after we've had some time to reflect on the Norwich game firstly?
Yeah, the main feeling is still disappointment at the end of the day. It's still a result we should not be having. It needs to be a lot more convincing than that, but it's still a process under Rolf, and it's something we just gotta have faith in right now. So that's where my beliefs are at right now. It's just that he's going to steer the ship in the right direction at the end of the day, and we're not going to have to stress that much going forward, but there's going to be some growing pains along the way.
Yeah, okay, I think I look back at it, I'm like, you know what, I'm happy we got the 3 points, and yeah, we're just gonna move forward. We're just gonna brush it off. And Ralph said that obviously he knew he basically called us we were shit and we were lucky to win. That's basically what Ralph said, and so I respect it. It's honest management, and I think he'd expect an improvement, and I think Ralph might have to change some things in this next game. One, not just because it's very close to the Norwich game, we might need a little bit of rotation, but two, because it actually needs to happen. Even if it is a week later, I would still make some changes. So we'll get into all of that. First of all, the Brentford game. I am very worried about this game personally. I think Brentford is like my Leeds of last season, where they are absolutely getting results where nobody thought or would have given them a chance this season. They press high, they work hard, and they do get good results this season. They're currently ninth on the Premier League table. The recent form has been a bit shaky. They've drawn 2, they've won 2, and they've lost 1 in the last 5. But I do believe Brentford did have some hard games and now it's just gotten better again. So obviously they play us. It's not over yet, but I don't think this is gonna be just a pushover game. And I am definitely not going to be as excited to watch this game as I was with the Norwich, because we really thought that we would walk over Norwich, and that didn't happen. And now, just basing that on the last game, Brentford for me is a very, very hard game. Obviously, I said this about Leeds last season, and we just smacked Leeds, but so anything can happen. I'm not saying that we can't smash Brentford. I just think that it's going to be a little bit harder because, one, I do think Brentford's got a very good manager, and two, like I said, I think they do have this tendency to pull out the result when they have to. So, Clay, how do you feel about Brentford?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the results as well. It's just very much. I don't know how they've pulled it off because they beat Arsenal on the opening day.
That's
they drew
true.
with
Very well they played that game though.
Yeah, they lost to Brighton. They beat Wolves. They drew 3-3 with Liverpool. They beat West Ham. They lost 1-0 to Chelsea. They lost 2-1 to Leicester. They lost 3-1 to Burnley, which is a bit of a shameful result, to be honest. They lost to Norwich. They drew 3-3 with Newcastle, which is obviously more recent.
They lost to Norwich. They might be hope for us.
Yep. They beat Everton. They lost to Spurs. They drew to Leeds, and they beat Watford.
Oh.
But all the games have had goals recently because Ray has been injured. If you didn't know, Shawnee, they're playing their backup keeper. And there's just been a shit ton of goals in their last few games. So it should allow us the option to be free flowing and scoring a little bit, but it should have been the same sort of situation against Norwich. So I don't know just yet. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm going to keep them on the down low again. We talked about this in the reaction. Just need to keep it just a little bit low for now, and we'll figure it out along the way. We'll hopefully get there.
No, what I was going to say is that not Norwich. Brentford also play a back 5. And I think that I have a weird feeling this is going to be a game where I actually don't see the press from United again. Because I have a feeling if we even do press against Brentford's back 5, we're just going to get picked apart and we're going to get played throughout press. Just one, because we don't know how to do it properly yet. And I think, when we play this formation, it tends to be very narrow. Now, back 5 can get very wide at times. So I'm a bit worried about how they're going to attack us and how we're going to deal with this game. Obviously, Ralph has got a tendency to pull out clean sheets recently in the Premier League. He's been winning games 1-0, so hopefully he's got a plan for Brentford. Hopefully we still win this game, but I don't know, I got a very bad feeling about this game, and I don't want to feel like that. I think the signs are there, in the last 2 games. One, we did play our youth, but the signs are there that, we are not perfect yet. We are nowhere near Liverpool, City, Chelsea standard. And that we can still get beat. That's just the reality. United can still get beat. We are not on the level where we want to be, and it's all good. But that manager bounce lasted one game. I didn't see it afterwards, so it is becoming a very big worry. And I don't know how Ralph and how this team is going to pull out performances. To be honest with you, because I just don't know who to trust anymore. I can trust Ralph.
Yeah.
I can trust Ronaldo. I can trust David. By that, I don't trust anyone. I do not trust anyone at United. It's appalling. It's very appalling. So Clay, what do you think Ralph's gonna do? What do you think? Do you think he's gonna change anything? How do you think he's gonna play this? Especially if we play with the 4-2-2-2, which is very narrow, and Brentford can play very wide, and I think it is gonna cause us problems.
Yeah, it's just a difficult one because again, I was saying this about the system. I haven't quite been enjoying it. Oftentimes we're way too narrow, or oftentimes we're way too wide, and there needs to be this balance. If we're not going to play a 4-4-2, then they need to be a lot more central, and then we need to dominate through the midfield instead of trying to dominate through wide areas. And there's a lot of just tactical nuance that needs to be instilled within the players. So I don't know whether much will change, because again, it's a very short time frame. Very short turnaround between these games, only 3 days, and only going to do one day of training, and then we're traveling.
Because it is away. So we played yesterday. Today they probably won't play. They'll probably train tomorrow. But then I don't know how far Brentford is from United, but if they do train tomorrow, they'll have to travel again from probably that same day. So, I don't even know if they'll have a training session even, to be honest. So.
Yeah, so it's very much cancel training on Monday. You have 1 day of training between here and now. Maybe he'll have a video session where he'll match review and stuff and just pinpoint errors and stuff like that. And yeah, I think he's probably the type of manager to give the players a talking to, as we've seen from his comments at the end of the game. So I am expecting to see a reaction, and if we don't see this reaction, I'm very much going to start blaming the players a lot more for our poor results. And yeah, we should expect a bounce back result. If the manager can call out the players like that and say, I told you guys at halftime I want to play with more intensity, I want you guys to move the ball faster, and they didn't. That's on the players.
Yeah.
If the manager comes out and says that, and you as a player just sit back and just don't listen, I'm gonna lose respect for you. It's as simple as that. So these players' reputation is starting to become on the line a little bit, that if they want to play the counter-attacking football and Ralph's trying to get them to play a lot more intensive football, that's on them. And I want to see this change, but again, I don't know if just 2 days at best is going to help right now.
Yeah.
So again, it's the worst time to bring in a new manager when there's a game every 3 days. So yeah, it's just created a very difficult
Ralph said that in his interview when he joined. He was like, listen, I told you for the first 2-3 weeks, I'm not even going to have training sessions with these guys, basically. So it's not gonna get fixed instantly. So at the moment, and he did say we just need to be hard to beat again. We need to make sure that they don't really come to our box often, and we can just go and see how much more we can attack on them. So that's
But if it wasn't for David De Gea, and we had Dino in goal against Norwich, I promise you, we're losing 2-1. It's no offense to Dino or anything. It's just De Gea pulled off some masterful saves that quite literally saved us.
As Ralph said, clean sheet saves. That's what he said.
Yeah, clean sheet saves. They were genuinely clean sheet saves at the end of the day. So if it wasn't for David De Gea, we wouldn't be hard to beat right now. So I hope we can start becoming hard to beat. I hope we can start dominating teams. I hope we can start doing it. But I don't know. I think Brentford may be too soon.
I think Brentford is.
An issue.
I think Brentford is too soon. So I'm not expecting really an improved performance.
Yeah.
I am expecting the players to fucking work harder though, because that was appalling last game. All the players, bar Ronaldo and bar De Gea, and maybe Delo for me, poorly. You guys need to pull up your socks, guys. Where was the press? Where was the passing? Has been awful. I've always said this. For some reason, Manchester United Football Club is the worst passing team I have ever seen in my life. No matter if we play Norwich, Burnley, whoever it is, the other team's passing is just miles better than us, and we need to sort that out. We have to sort that out. Why does Ralph need to teach you how to pass the ball? And why I was just thinking about Ricky on the United stand, the godfather of United. And he always used to bomb about it all those years. Why are we kicking the long ball? Why are we lobbing it up in the air? Keep it on the ground. Pass it simple. So it's just pissing me off. It's really pissing me off. I don't mind it now and then, but we do it way too much. It's like the only pass we do is up in the air, long to Rashford, and Rashford is a twat, and he can't do anything with it anyway. So it's pissing me off these days.
Yeah. And I think a big reason for that is because we're very indecisive with how we're playing the 4-2-2-2-2. We're not trying to be narrow at times when we need to be narrow and dominate the midfield, and then we don't have this pass open. We don't have Bruno Sancho open because they're busy occupying fullbacks, and then the midfield's being swamped because it's 3 versus 2, and we're in the situation where we just have to back pass and we have to just hit it long, because what else are we going to do? So there's a lot of tactical nuance that needs to be instilled into these players right now, that Bruno needs to be recycling balls. He needs to be coming and dropping off and playing as a 10, not as a winger. That's what we need from the system. We should have 2 10s, not 2 wingers.
Yeah.
And that's the main point of it, and why it can be hard to beat at times. Because we can counter-attack really fast and we have the extra men. It should be a 4 versus 3 at any point during the midfield battle, and then they can push off wide when we are actually attacking. So it's just a matter of we need to instill this tactical discipline and just when we need to be in what positions, so we can start avoiding those balls, because it's pissing me off as well, because I hate it, because it's just Ollie ball at its finest. It's just long ball.
Absolutely atrocious. And you know what, the other thing why I think we do it, because I don't know if you guys might notice this, but any team that puts a little bit of a press or pressure on United, our team panics. They don't know how to play through it. It's like as soon as they got a man close to them, their brain shuts down and it's all panic and they fumble a pass, and that's when they just kick it long and they just hope, because they just don't know how to keep it simple. But if we press Norwich, for example, all of a sudden, one pass, they're out of the situation, and you're just like, why can't you guys do that? You guys are all way better players and you can't do the basics. It's ridiculous, and it really is irritating me. And that's not on Ralph. That is on the players. So they need to sort it out. It needs to be a team effort. Ralph said it needs to be a team effort. This team needs to start playing like a team rather than a bunch of individuals. And last game, it was the Ollie bunch of individuals that was playing yesterday. That was not a team performance yesterday. That was shocking. That was De Gea doing his thing and Ronaldo being clutch god. That's what it was. That's how it was. So I'm very worried. And what I think what happened should at Brentford, we cannot be beat in the middle playing like this. We are not allowed to be beat in the middle of the field. If we get beaten wide, and I fully expect Brentford to take, what can I say? What's it? Let's just say they're attacking to the wide areas of the field. Then that's okay. I don't know how we're going to deal with that. We're playing like this, but we should deal with it somehow. Whether it be Bruno and Sancho, they're pushing wide to just help the fullbacks, because we know how fullbacks can be. That's the only real way I see it, but I'm very worried about the wings in this game. But let's just see how it happens. We're United, so we should not even be worrying about this game, We're supposed to be at the area where it's like, it's Brentford. We're going to play some footy. It's a very hard game. It's not one of those games where we can expect a thumping. But let's try a 2-0, let's get like a 3-1 or something, Let's just try and win the game. Let's just show them up. We're just better, But instead, we're worrying, covering and thinking about where we're weak, which is not something I want to do. I thought we passed that one. I thought I could be talking about where we can attack Brentford, where we can hurt them, where we're going to chip in 2 goals on them on their head. So, but it's not the case. It's just not the case. But anyways, also let me tell you, actually I'll tell you that later when we get to the score predictions, because I like that part of the show. So let's get into the team then quickly. De Gea, obviously number 1 goalkeeper from Ralph's mouth. David is number 1. But there you go. End of story. Thank you very much. Check you in the next one. Luke Shaw for me, I'd bring him in. Tellers, I know it's been okay, but I don't think it's been at the low situation where he's just so much better than Aaron Bissaka. Shaw got an assist. I still think yesterday Tellers wasn't really that good defensively, and I think Luke Shaw defensively is still good. I think he's still good. So, and I think in a game like this where we might have to do a little bit more defending, as crazy as that sounds, I'd bring Luke Shaw in. It's also good rotation. Luke Shaw is a player I can trust. I have lots of trust in Luke Shaw. So for me, I bring Luke Shaw in. Maguire will play because who the fuck knows why he's playing, like Maguire put out a tweet, see you on Tuesday, and I was like, that's the problem. I don't want to see you on Tuesday. But Baz will play. Bailly, I think, will play because Varane, I think, might be back for the next game. But he won't be back for this game, but I think he'll be back for the next game. Bayo come in, Victor. Oof, I hope he's okay because that problem he's had. It's becoming a very occurring thing in football. Whether it's Aguero, whether it was Ericsson, it's becoming a worry about players' health. And like I said, maybe the players are right. There's just so much games. It's ridiculous. And I know we love watching them, but for the players' sake, they're still human beings. So I worry for them, and I hope they find a solution to that. But I think Barry will come in just because Victor is not feeling good, and I think Delo deserves to keep his spot. So, sorry for you, everyone.
I think it's just as simple as that with the back four right now. We
you
don't
agree with the
have
Shaw
another
thing?
centre-back option really. Yeah, I think Shaw deserves it. I think the rotation is needed. I think they've both been basically on par with each other, so switch it up. Let's see what happens. I'm more than okay with that. And then it gives Tellers a break. It lets Shaw play, and you can very much just keep on switching. End of December, pure that. No, honest, not the chopping and change during December. Like, what's up? Yeah. More than people.
Okay, cool. I think you were just lagging there for a little bit, so we did catch like what you were saying, but you were lagging a little bit there. Midfield, I think McFred still plays. Scotty and Fred will play. I think Ralph are actually loving them. I think that, like you said, under Ralph they've been working, so why not? Let's just not keep it the same. They're clearly working. They clearly fit the system. So keep McFred, I guess. Up front, personally, I would drop Bruno Fernandes for this game. I would drop him. I think he deserves a dropping. I think he deserves a wake-up call. He needs a mental reset, Bruno, because at the moment, age is not it. It's not it for Bruno Fernandes. And I wouldn't mind giving Donny a chance. Personally, I would, like I said, I would play Donny, but I think Bruno still plays, and I think Sancho plays because, I think, again, same thing. Sancho fits the system. Sancho is a good player. We bought Sancho. He's always supposed to be an important player for us, so he would play. You agree with the midfield, Claire?
Yeah, I don't see too much changing. Maybe Donny coming in. I'd love Donny to come in, as you said, really. But realistically, probably not. McFred's been working, and they've just improved. So we'll see how it is. And then Bruno and Sancho are basically guarantees. It's very hard to drop either one of them right now.
Yeah, I agree. So there you go. Next one. PR man has to get dropped. I'm sorry, I've had it up to you with him. I've had it up with you. Whether you can name it whatever you want. You can say Rashford being rested. I don't give a fuck. Rashford dropped. If I see Rashford, I'm giving Ralph -2 already. And it's -2 already. I absolutely am despising Marcus Rashford's performance. And I'm going to give Ralph -2, but I'm going to give McKenna -10 because I know for a fact McKenna is pushing this agenda onto Ralph about Marcus Rashford, our poster boy, and it's irritating the shit out of me. Marcus Rashford does not deserve to play for United at the moment. He is appalling. He is a super sub at best, like his past fucking manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm tired of him. I am tired of him. We said Ralph was my last chance for Rashford. Mason Greenwood can be 100 times the player of Marcus Rashford, and he's younger and is already arguably better than Marcus Rashford on a level. That says something about Marcus Rashford. It's time for it not developing. It is time to fucking perform. And you are not doing that. People slate Martial. People slate everyone else. But because it's Rashford, it's okay. I'm not having it anymore. I'm tired of him. He needs to get dropped. Mason, my boy, has to come back into the team. Mason is very good. He should play. And Ronaldo's the GOAT, so he has to play. Claire, do you... I know I wouldn't aggressive, but I'm honest. That's how Rashford pisses me off these days. I know you love him. I know lots of people love him, but he pisses me off these days.
Yeah, it's just the case of the guy's playing football at the end of the day, and he's playing shit football at the end of the day. So as much as I can look at him and go, I love this player, and he's done some great things for us in the past, his performances right now aren't good enough, and they don't complement anything in the team right now, and it's just creating a situation where just why is Rashford playing? Why are we getting rid of Martial and keeping someone who offers basically nothing versus someone who would link up play quite nicely?
That's what I'm saying. You know how disrespectful it is to Tony to say we wouldn't play him over Rashford in this system. Are you having a laugh? Yeah. Martial's the only striker who hold up the ball for Ronaldo. If anything, he'll probably suit Ronaldo. Well, maybe Cavani as well. But those two will only suit Ronaldo the best. So I just don't understand.
Yeah, two big just general system changes would be bringing Martial and Donny, and suddenly you're a press-resistant team that can actually play through a press. They can play one-touch football. They can play fast. They can play slow. They can hold up the ball. They can dribble past someone when they need to, and
Easily.
they'll just do it comfortably. They'll do it with ease. Versus Scott just booting it to Bruno, and then Bruno just trying to first time something because he's
Rashford's up there as well now, and we're hoping Rashford beats the offside trap without him being offside in the first place, and then still controlling and making the right decision. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, because again, I was in charge of this club right now. I would be trying to play Martial and I would be trying to play Don. Those are the two biggest players that would fit the system to a T right now. It's someone that will supply Ronaldo comfortably. It is someone who will help with defensive and defensive duties in Donny, and Martial will just dictate everything going forward, and he's willing to hold up the ball, he's willing to dribble at the ball, he's willing to make something happen, versus just Rashford looking confused. And Mason hasn't quite been at his best in the past, but he came back against Young Boys, he looked really, really good, he looked very mature, so I don't know. I think right now Mason is the best option because Martial, I think, is still probably injured.
Well, we'll say he's injured. We don't know what the situation is.
Yeah, but he's already submitted his transfer request, as we all know. And unfortunately, it looks like he's going. So unless Ralph can make it crystal clear that Martial is like the first name on the team sheet, Martial's gone in the summer. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to saying goodbye and closing that chapter.
There's a reason I didn't do that Tony video. I was thinking about that day when that news came out, and I was like, nah, I might cry in the show. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, so right now this is Mason, and obviously we're going to play Ronaldo. There's no doubt about Ronaldo.
Yeah, but you're in agreement with Rashford getting dropped.
Yeah, Rashford has not shown enough to be of the quality that we need right now, and it should be Mason right now. He deserves the chance a lot more than Rashford at the moment.
Yeah, and I think Ralph has to put his foot down, to be honest, like I said. There's no ways Ralph can sit there and tell me that Rashford has been good, because I tell him to his face that you are lying to me. You are lying to me, Ralph. You're telling me the way you want to play, Rashford, you okay with it. You fine, that's fine for you. Now you're having a laugh. If McKenna told me, and McKenna said, and if Ralph said, no, McKenna, I trust in McKenna, then I'll be like, see, that's the problem. That's the fucking problem right there. You said you trust McKenna. Do you understand what McKenna has done? He has sacked 2 managers. He is not a good coach. Don't listen to him. Screw him. Listen to your new coach. Okay? Listen to Chris. Chris probably knows more than freaking McKenna. Okay? So, yeah, I'm not having it. I think that's the main issue. I think that's the only reason. So that the players like Harry, Scotty, Rashford are still here. Because people like McKenna. That's one way. You guys will see it in the game. One way in Ralph's ear. Every game. So, it's pissing me off. It really is pissing me off. I think if the roles were reversed and all of a sudden Martial had an English flag next to his name and Rashford had a French flag next to his name, one will be shipped off to who knows what league and we would be saying Martial for Ballon d'Or. That's how it is, you know. I think that's how it would be. So, yeah, people need to get their lives sorted out, you know. But anyways, you know, I just speak facts, you know. I have my biases, I have my favorite players, but even like Aaron, if I say they're not performing, if I can drop them, I don't care. Whoever performs for me will get into the team. That's how it's supposed to be. And at the moment, it's not like that. For some reason, Rashford's still here, Maguire is still here, Scott McTominay is still here, Bruno. I love Bruno, but at the moment, he's not playing up to his standards. So you guys need to wake up. And I don't think it's on Ralph. I think it's on the players. The players need to start to wake up now. So you guys are paid to do a job. There's only 2 of you guys earning your wages at the moment. One is Daya, the other one is Ronaldo. The rest of you guys are just free living life here. So it is what it is. But anyways, let's hope the team can get it done. And I do believe we can get it done. If we play to how we play, to the best of our ability, I know we can beat Brentford. Because on our day, we can beat any team in the world. But I also know we can lose to any fucking team in the world. Whether you my Indo team, or whether you my cousin's under 5 team. We could lose the game somehow. I don't know how, but we could lose the game. Because you're this. That's just how it is. So that's really the situation. Now, we are going to get into the score predictions. But first, Mr. Google is telling me. Would you like to take a guess, actually? Because I know you like to take a guess.
Wow, since I know how it works a little bit better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there's a draw included. That's why.
Yeah, 60%.
Oof. Oh, I'll give it to you. 58% Manchester United win, 23% draw, 19% Brentford win. I think they disrespected Brentford a little bit. 90% for them. Maybe a draw is a good result for them, I guess. So I think if Brentford got a draw, Well, it's one of those results where it's like, that's a good result for them. But it's one of those results for us where it's like, at least we didn't lose, but we should have won this game.
Yeah.
So
the aim should be to win. It should be to dominate. This is the kind of game where you assert your dominance on a team. This is a newly promoted team, and it should be a game of winning every day of the week.
Yeah.
This is what it has to be at Manchester United.
I think so as well. Now this is the hard part, you know. Score predictions for this game. Bring me back to simple times. I'm like, we're going to dump them. Ralph is here now. We're going to dump teams left, right, and centre. Brentford's hard. I'll be honest, the Brentford is very hard. We are not looking to score many goals for some reason. We're creating the chances, but it hasn't gotten the depth yet. You know, like we have our good chances every game now these days, which is better. Already instant improvement under Oli. We're getting some clear cut chances. We're getting some clear good chances. So I think we will evidently create at least 2, and it's just about whether we'll put them away. Ronaldo, I think, will score because he's Ronaldo, so he'll provide you at the moment. And I just hope players like Bruno or Mason play to what I know they can, and they can get or even get another one. So I'm gonna hope we score 2 goals. The back line has kept clean sheets, but now we're talking about tweaking the back line. All of a sudden, Luke Shaw comes back in. And say what we want about Telles Delo and that Magalhaes. They kept clean sheets in the Premier League. Mainly, yes, they have pulled off masterclasses, but we have kept clean sheets and they've been in the team. So, Shaw comes in, I trust him. Baye comes in, arguably makes us better, but Maguire's still there, so there's the whole. So I think, I wouldn't say we might keep a clean sheet. I'm just going to say a 2-1 because I think Brentford has been scoring goals. You know, to give some respect on Brentford's name, I think. They're a good team. I think they could score against us, and I just hope that we can outscore them, put 2 past them, and if we to get a 2-1 win, even if it's shite. You know what? Honestly, I'm so stressed for this game. I'll take it. This game is a game where I'll take a result over a performance because oh my word, I would love a performance. Don't get me wrong. I've been deprived as for performances from United, but I really want to win this game. I don't want us to like not make top 4 and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all in that situation right now where we're just looking at this game as just a bit of a banana skin and one where we just have to find a result somehow right now. So, yeah, as much as it's a newly promoted team, this is a team that's very much going through a rework. This is a team that doesn't know what to do yet in United. And yeah, if we can start solving the problems before Brentford, 100%. I think this is a game we dominate. This is going to be, it would be a high scoring game. That's just the reality of the situation if we understood the assignment at this point. But we don't currently, and I think we're a little bit stuck. So I think, like you said, Ronaldo probably gets something. So can't ever rule out them keeping a clean sheet. And yeah, I think that they get something as well. So I'll be cautious here, and I'll just go with the 1-1. It's a bit disappointing, I know, but it's just a case of we definitely overhyped in the last game.
We definitely. United fans are very excited.
Yeah, we got put in our place.
Reality, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be cautious about this game. I'm going to respect Brentford a little bit and just say we still have a lot of time under this.
Obviously,
manager.
I'm just checking Brentford's injuries. They don't have their goalkeeper, first choice goalkeeper.
They don't have Tony.
They don't have Pinnock. They don't have Tony, which is a big loss for them. And Buemo is playing striker for them these days, and that's really about it. So they don't have first team goalkeeper. They don't have one of the defenders. And they don't have one of their strikers. So midfield is okay, yeah. Well, arguably the best player, yeah, Ivan Tony. So blessing for us, you know. We tend to get these these weird ones where the important players for the other team are missing. Doesn't help us though. Norwich was missing half their fucking team yesterday, and we still couldn't outplay them. So it's a bit shaky at United these days. We just gotta ride the storm, I guess, at the moment. But come on, just give us something to be happy about. Even if we win the game 2-1, but like I get the 2 minutes from Palace again, I'll be happy. I'll be like, okay, they still know what they have to do. It's still there, clearly. They have to do it still. It's not going to disappear. If I see Audible like it, I'm just going to be so sad. I'll be so sad. I will be sad. I mean, like I said, I'll take the result. If that's what it takes to get the result to win the game, okay, it's fine. But I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't want to see Audible. I don't. You know, if we've seen high pressing, raw football, if we got counted twice and we lost 2-0, I'll be like, At least we pressed and we tried to attack, you know. So ish.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But anyways, Clay, is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I think we just got to tone it down just a little bit, you know, just tone down the optimism. As much as this is exciting, it's a new era, and it should be an exciting era at that. It's just let's just tone it down a little bit, and let's just keep the expectations at a minimum, you know. Just slow down, slow down. Let Ralph do his thing, take his time, and try to get this team in the right place, and just try not to force it too early.
When does the fixtures calm down for us? That's what I want to know. Like, when will
Boxing Day.
Oh.
Like, literally, all the way up until Boxing Day, there's a game.
We play Tuesday, we play the weekend. I don't know when that game.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a week between Brighton and Newcastle.
Which is when?
So we play Brighton after Brentford on the 18th, but then we play Newcastle on the 27th.
Yeah, so Boxing Day is the break.
Okay. Well, so there you go. So
Christmas Day.
Yeah, so it's only 2 more games, and then after that, in training. I want Rolf doing this because by all means, to be fair to Rolf, like I said, I don't have many training sessions to work with. I do what I can. After that, I want to. So that Newcastle game, same like Ronaldo's debut. I want to hide because we smacked Newcastle. By all means, that was a whole different situation. Like that was Ronaldo returning.
Needs fresh right now. It needs to be those kind of vibes right now. 100%.
Yeah. So I think you know, Brentford, you can get away with it because it's also a hard game. I think Brighton's the same like Brentford, just it's a harder game for a different reason. Newcastle though, from that point onwards, we better be seeing a better United. We better be seeing that better.
It's Ralph out early. Yeah.
That's a 6-month contract, and you might have terminated after that 6 months.
Exactly.
No, Ralph, don't be selling us dreams like that. And you know what I would say is if this club makes Ralph a failure, I want that whole team, which was here earlier on the white. You terminate everyone's contracts, you terminate the board's contract, and we just retire as a football club. We all go support different teams. You know, I might go support. I'll go support Bath City. How's that? Okay, I'll go support Bath City, and I'll move on with my life. No pressure. We're in the Blue Square Conference League at that levels. That's it. Okay. One day I hope to get promoted to the 6th division in my life. Okay, that would be my expectations in life. But anyways, hope you all enjoy your day. Smash like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Games are coming thick and fast. Once again, below if you're watching. Hope you're feeling better, brother. And we'll check you all very soon. United, don't let us down. And goodbye.